Hey, what's up guys? JD here. All right, I'm in Budo, Kentucky right now. Came out, trained with Eli Knight and Cody Kellison. Learned some awesome stuff, man. Some judo, some jiu-jitsu. You guys probably seen those videos. If not, you need to check those out. Anyhow, I'm a big fan of Filipino martial arts, and I really love to try to find little neat ways to apply things. Now, the Filipino martial arts, oftentimes when you see guys flowing like me and Eli were earlier, it's all bits and pieces. It's never going to be that pretty, right? It's going to be quick, fast, short, decisive strikes, in and out, right? So how do we meet that? Okay, so again, I like to get to the outside. You're going to see me talk about that. I like to get off that line. I like to get away from that line of attack. So I like quick, decisive strikes, in and out, get to the outside. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, both in knife and in empty hand today. Now, again, context is everything, guys, in Filipino martial arts. When you see knife on knife, you know, when you guys go to apply this, if you have to apply this, God forbid you have to apply this, then ultimately it's going to be up to you as the end user. But again, I just wanted to demo this because, again, I got this sick jacket. You guys saw this earlier, but this sick jacket from the Budo brothers, man, this thing is fantastic. Made me feel like getting my inner Assassin's Creed on, so with no more gilding the lily, let's get to work. All right, guys, so demonstration there, doing a little bit of reverse grip, little ice pick grip. And so what we're looking at here is, like, every time you see the Filipino martial arts, you always see like a defensive solution. But I think if weapons are already out, it's pretty much okay to get offensive at that point, in my mind anyway. But again, context entirely up to you, the end user. Context is king. So in this particular case, what I'm doing is I'm actually feeding this strike because I want to bait this response. It's a very natural response. He doesn't want to get stabbed. It's pretty obvious, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to curve this in and I'm going to hook this out of the way, Waslik style. Now I still need to contend with this weapon over here. So as I cut, I'm cutting the inside of the armpit here. I'm going to pass this knife down and I'm going to trap this near the body. And then I'm going to stab here into the neck. Now again, we notice I still got that outside so I can leave if I want to. Okay? So one more time, we're going to take a look at that again. So again, I'm offensively stabbing at this point. I'm forcing a reaction. And if he doesn't, and again, if you're training this at home, you know, if you're training this and you're working on this, if he doesn't do anything and he gets stabbed, great. You won. All right, so, but if I come here, I force this reaction, I hook, I drive the weapon down, I cut through that brachial plexus there, I'm stabbing into the neck here, right? Lots of good targets in there, all kinds of fantastic targets, and I'm hooking that out of the way and I'm gone, and I'm leaving. And again, guys, super fun, get to the outside, just kind of taking those snapshots from your flow drills, give you something else to work on to incorporate into that flow. All right, so again, context is everything, but so when we started this off, I had my knife kind of hidden here. I mean, you've ever walked through a dark alleyway, you know, you kind of play with the knife a little bit, keep your hand on it, keep the weapon close. And in this particular case, I've got a hand up, I'm trying to measure the distance, I'm also trying to defend myself. I can see that he's got a weapon, right? So he's aggressing me, and at this point, as he steps in, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of outside check this. Now notice I've got the arm turned out here. I got the benefit of this very thick gi sleeve that I can utilize right here. Now, I'm gonna slash up, so I'm cutting through the arm here. I'm coming to the outside, so I'm slashing the arm here, and again, we're actually slashing the flexors of the arm here, right? This is how you make a fist. So we're slashing the flexors, and then we're hooking and we're driving this out of the way. Now, I don't want this to come back at me again, so I'm C-grip, thumb skyward, here on the elbow. I'm cutting through the belly, right? Now, you notice, I'm gonna stab here, right? So this is my stab, and I'm stepping to get past. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cut the angle, I'm trying to stay off the line. Because if I stay here, eventually, if Cody's really committed to stabbing me and I stay here and he's really trying to stick me, I mean, I'm gonna miss something inevitably. It's gonna happen. So what I need to do as soon as that cut comes is I need to get offline. I need to be doing damage and I need to get offline. So again, I talked to you guys about this. I want to get to the outside so that I can escape, run away, manage the distance, whatever it has to be, finish that fight. We'll hopefully get out of there. Now again, all context, right? All in context. So let's talk about an alternative real fast. If I come in this way, one of the things I can do, so I cut the flexors here before, I can also cut clean through the brachial plexus here, right? The armpit here. A lot of very valuable things that he really needs to function as a human, and then I can pass to the outside. So many good targets all the way up the arm. Those are two of my favorites. All right, guys, so we're gonna break that down a little bit slower. So in this particular case, the knife is already out, it's already presented, right? We've already got a charging target. Maybe I had my knife in my hand. I thought maybe just situational awareness. I thought maybe something out there was threatening. I was looking around, happened to get my knife out, wanted to hide it, don't want to be walking around with a blade out in the open, don't want him to see it. So in this particular case, what he's feeding is he's coming in, he's gonna feed this load for us, this very common stab, right? So as he does that, I'm gonna pass this out of the way, right? Now you notice I'm cupping my thumb, using the cup of my hand, and I'm bringing this out of the way. My knife is coming over the top. So as it comes out, my knife comes over the top, just like this. Now, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to cut here on the leg. This is the iliotibial band of the leg, runs just down the side of the thigh here. So again, so he comes in, present the knife, passes, I'm cutting the leg here, and then I'm out. Now, I'm trying to reduce his mobility, right? This is an attack at his mobility. There's 3 things that a human being can do that you don't want him to do anymore in a fight: see, breathe, and walk. Okay, so we're taking away his mobility so that we can then escape the situation. And again, kind of like I referenced in the intro, I want to get to that outside, right? So again, he comes in, so I'm getting to the outside, I'm stepping, slashing, and then I'm moving away. He can't chase me anymore, he's gonna have a hard time walking. Now again, nothing is a guarantee, nothing's guaranteed to work 100% of the time, but good slash to the outside of the leg, it's gonna make him a little bit nervous about chasing me. All right, guys, so again, context is king. Use this where it's appropriate. That's all up to you, the end user. All right, guys, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about some empty hands, some panatukan, man. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, a little dirty boxing from the Philippines. All right, so, because I'm a big fan and I think it's fun. So what I'm gonna do in this particular case, again, it's offensive. So he's got his hands up. It's pretty clear what he wants to do at this point, right? It's not a big sale, it's a fight now. So if I've got my hands up, I've had an opportunity to do this, I'm gonna offensively engage here. Maybe he's nervous, whatever it is, not waiting for him to capitalize. So what I wanna do here is I'm gonna come to the outside, just like this, right? And I'm gonna scoop my hand out of the way. As I do that, I'm gonna push this in towards his body as I come in, right? So I'm scooping this out of the way. They call this waslig, right? So I'm just scooping it out of the way one more time. So I come in like this, I'm scooping this out of the way, and then I'm hitting here, right? Then I'm gonna come back, grab the head, and then I'm gonna elbow here. You can follow that up with another elbow if you want to, whatever it is you gotta do. So again, I've seen a lot of, like, if Eli feeds slow, we're gonna break this down a little bit, but I see this all the time where guys are doing like the grunting, okay? Now, if you wanna do that, that's fine, man. If you wanna go through all these different series, that's totally cool, man. I think it's good for familiarity, flow, have fun with it. I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit. So what I did there was, I passed when he came in, right? And I just kind of guided it, right? So again, so I passed when he came in, cup the hand, come up underneath, guide a little bit here. I'm just keeping it a little bit tighter and closer to my body. I'm just guiding it over, and then I'm feeding my own right cross. And I'm doing that by turning my heel, and I'm feeding straight from the jaw here, and I'm just punching into the jaw. And I'm giving him the same right that he wanted to give me. So again, one more time. So he feeds, so I'm cupping here, passing, quick motion, boom, and I'm hitting here. All right, guys, so we had some fun out here. We did some knife stuff, did some empty hand stuff. And again, man, we're just kind of building on what you're doing inside of the gym anyway, man. You know, take it in the street, have a little fun with it. And again, we did this for the Budo brothers, man. Again, I got one of these awesome t-shirts on. You can get that at their web store. This super, super cool gi jacket. You saw my brothers Cody Kellison and Eli Knight do some stuff with that. It's got this rad hood on here, right? It's got lots of fun pockets, man, different places you can hide different items, you know, so if you are carrying a knife or carrying a weapon, there's lots of fun pockets in there for that. But guys, most importantly, the proceeds with this the Budo brothers are a not-for-profit. They're out there, they're helping kids, they don't have the money to get into martial arts, can't afford the equipment, they're helping them get in there and get trained. And man, that's more important than anything else. I mean, I know we focus on the fight, I know we focus on the street, I know we try to present some options there, but real life, man, the martial arts did so much for all of our lives individually. I mean, it made us better people, it made us happier, it made us stronger, it made us more healthy. And these guys are giving back, man. I think it's really important to support them. Speaking of that support, it wasn't me alone, JD, here doing this today. I had my brothers Eli Knight, check him out. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Cody Kellison, same thing. Super wicked judo, man. When I want gnarly lessons, that's who I go to. That guy's amazing. And again, man, like I said, man, just get behind this thing. Get behind this, support the Budo brothers, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, put their stuff out there, man. Buy these t-shirts, buy this super sick gi jacket, man, and put a kid in the martial arts and change their life forever.